Hi, and welcome to Straight Shot Radio. My name is Johnny Slick, and I'm the founder and head coach at Straight Shot Training, a personal training company dedicated to helping people of all fitness levels move better, feel better, and live better with progressive functional strength and conditioning workouts. I want to quickly share with you something that's been on my mind recently. Actually, it's been on my mind for a really long time, and more recently, I've been getting more bothered by it. And I've talked before about social media and coaches and social media and athletes and social media and our clients and what they're consuming. And I can honestly say, overall, I think the social media is one of the best things that's happened to the fitness industry in terms of us being able to reach more people, share more information, reach out to people that we would have never been able to reach before, and be able to make a business around you and your phone. I think is great. And in 2020, it absolutely saved all of us who were able to grow businesses during the pandemic. So I'll preface all of this with saying, overall, I think the social media is a good thing for the fitness industry. I just think there are a lot of pockets where it goes wrong, and that's like everything with technology. There's always stuff that's going to be bad about a certain technology or platform or something. There's always going to be bad in it. But, does the good outweigh the bad? And I think for the most part, the good outweighs the bad when it comes to social media and the fitness industry, or technology in general in the fitness industry. But something that's really been bothering me for a long time, but more recently has really bubbled up, involves coaches and what they're putting online. And in turn, what people are seeing and what people are believing because of what these coaches are putting out. And it all comes down to, it's all fake. There's so much just non-genuine content being put out by coaches right now that's being consumed by people, and it's being sent to me saying, with people saying, well, is this real? Or is this really how you do this? Or, oh, I thought it was like this, but this person's saying it's like this. It's creating a lot of confusion. And I think one of the worst things that we can do as coaches is make this whole fitness thing more confusing for people for the sake of growing an audience, for the sake of likes and comments and shares. So I want to go through some things here that I've been seeing a lot of recently with coaches posting things out or athletes posting these things out there, and let you in on some inside stuff so that you can just see through the facade that's being put out there and not get confused by content that people are putting out for the sake of them trying to get more views and likes and maybe growing their business. But I'll share at the end, this is not actually how you grow a business. But I don't want this to be confusing. It's why, one of the reasons why we're called Straight Shot Training. It's why it's called Straight Shot Radio. I don't want this to be super confusing. I want to put everything out there and show you the good and bad and everything and the gray area in between, and how this doesn't need to be as confusing as people are making it. So let's start with the pictures and videos that these trainers or athletes are putting out involving their bodies. So everything on social media is about showing a highlight, showing the best of something. And, it's just like any other commercial. You wouldn't put a commercial that shows your product in a bad way if you sold anything. So when it comes to trainers putting pictures of themselves out there, of course, we're not going to put the worst looking pictures of ourselves out there. And I don't expect trainers to. I don't expect you all to either. Just understand that when you see abs or rippling muscles or someone looking really cut or trimmed, just understand that that's the best picture that they got that day. It was the best lighting. That was the best timing. That was the best pose. They weren't bloated. They hadn't just have eaten. They maybe had just hit a body part to like arms to get a lot of blood in that area, so they look super jacked when they do it. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. It's just you need to understand these people are not walking around like this all the time. If you see me doing a workout where I'm working my back and my arms a lot with pull-ups, of course my back and arms are going to look bigger, but understand that's not what I look like all the time. You can find a picture of me, sitting down in a chair with my sleeves looking baggy and my arms looking small. And you can find any other person out there. And I'm not even saying that I'm a jacked person. I'm just saying all trainers, everyone, athletes, everyone you're looking at, you, your mom, your brother, everybody is going to look different when they're working out versus when they're not working out. So a lot of times, though, trainers will be doing things, or athletes will be doing things to get a pump in an area and then take a very casual picture so that you think, oh, this is what this person looks like just sitting around. That's not what they look like. Okay, that was posed for that picture. And again, it's part of a commercial, right? Because they're selling themselves or their services as a coach or their program or something. So of course, they're going to frame themselves in the best lighting. And I don't think that this is wrong to do. They're showing off their product, which is them, but you just need to understand this is not what these people look like all the time. And if they're posing themselves in a certain way to be looking casual, understand they probably just did a ton of reps of something to look like that. What does really bother me is when it's edited, when it's photoshopped. And this has been brought to light a lot recently. And a lot of the stuff that you see on magazine covers for sure is photoshopped. I think people have kind of gotten to understand that. But understand it's also happening a ton on social media. And there's a lot of great coaches who are exposing it, but there are a ton of coaches out there who are doing it. So understand it's either photoshopped, edited, or it's done kind of naturally with lighting, posing, the timing of your workout so that you're not going to look bloated, the type of workout you did, etc. So just understand this is not what everybody walks around looking like. The next thing is the lifts. So of course, as trainers, we're only going to show lifts with good form because we're trying to teach, good form. Remember that though, if you don't see a trainer lifting heavy weights, if they're only ever lifting light weights to show picture perfect form, I don't think that's a smart thing to do as a coach. I think coaches need to show people, what it looks like to struggle under a weight. To stand up slowly out of a squat while keeping your core engaged, but seeing a little, wiggle in your legs or a little shift of your weight or something where you're really trying to dial that in. If you only ever see a coach lifting super light weights and they say it should always look like this, it's not going to. When it gets heavy, stuff starts to look a little bit different than picture perfect form. Gosh, and the worst culprit here, fake weights. Coaches will use fake 45-pound weights. You can buy them on Amazon. They're foam. Go look it up right now. 45-pound foam weights. You can find on Amazon. They weigh 2 pounds each, and they'll put them on a bar to make it look like they're benching 405 when they're only benching 225 or 135. Because, again, they're making a commercial. Now, it's one thing if you're doing it for a commercial, but whenever you're posting these things as if they are real content. This is me working out in the gym today. This is the weights that I lifted. That's whenever you as a coach are doing an extreme disservice to the people who are watching you because they're looking up to you and you aren't doing the things that you say that you're doing. So you're not really showcasing your product at all. You're just lying to people. And I do really have a big problem with coaches who only ever post super light weights. And this is a personal pet peeve of mine. But when coaches are only ever posting really lightweight workouts, and when I know that they do heavy lifts, because they don't want people to ever think that their form is ever slightly off 100%. And that's just not what lifting is. There are slight variations in where your knee is going to be on a squat. You do, arch your back a little bit on a press sometimes when it gets really heavy. People need to understand that's part of lifting and how to control that and what is safe and what is not safe. And when you're only showing the highlight reels of lifts with super light weights, it's not helping anybody. Next thing here is the diets that you see people post. You'll see people only posting healthy foods. Or you'll see them only posting cheat meals that they really aren't even eating. They might even just find that picture somewhere, or they aren't eating that often. This is something where you'll see somebody post a gigantic cheat meal and be like, it's cheat meal day, and then show, 16 pancakes or something that their entire family actually sat down and ate, and they ate 2 bites of. Or they're really not eating that meal that often, but you just see that post and you think, oh, wow, they eat that every week. They have that huge cheat meal. Or, the other hand, you see them posting salads every day, but they do eat some less than healthy foods here and there. So remember, they're posting what they want you to see, and there's a reason why they're posting that. They might also be posting, fad cleanses or fad diets. A lot of the stuff with diets and trainers, they are being sponsored by somebody when it comes to a cleanse, or if there's any type of like supplement related to a diet, that they're probably receiving money for it. I get approached, I would say 3 to 5 times a week from supplement companies, equipment companies, people trying to pay me to promote something. And I don't do it because I want to make sure the information I'm giving you all is coming from my experience. I've been doing this for a long time, and I know what works and what doesn't work. And I know what people need and what people don't need. And you don't need to do a cleanse. If you have a liver that functions properly, it cleanses you. As long as you're drinking plenty of water, you're breathing, and your liver is functioning correctly, you're going to detox yourself. Fad diets they come and go all the time. The best diet is the one that works for you and that incorporates a wide variety of foods in moderation. Okay, so when you see people only posting healthy foods or posting tons of cheat meals or posting these fad cleanses and diets, remember there's something behind it. It's either they're trying to get more likes, more followers, more comments, or they're trying to get a sponsorship or maintain a sponsorship from somebody. The other thing here, superfoods. People will post these posts like, these are the top 5 foods you should eat to burn belly fat. This might become as news to you. There is no such thing as superfoods. They don't exist. There are foods that have greater amounts of micronutrients than others, but their foods are not magical. All of them serve a purpose. There's lots of great things in all these foods, but there's not these crazy foods, and typically they're always like tropical, and they're always like hidden somewhere, and you have to like visit a shaman who's going to hand you these berries that are going to, have you looking like, I don't know, The Rock after you eat these 6 berries. But these superfoods that people are promoting, there's no such thing. Same thing as these lists of foods you should never eat if you want to have, a healthy testosterone level. And that same thing. They're the foods that you should not eat are foods that are poisonous or spoiled or you're allergic to them. Everything else, there's better and worse choices, but there are no foods that you should never eat unless it's going to make you sick or kill you. Those posts drive me insane, and I see them all the time. So when it comes to diets, there's a lot of stuff I could probably keep going on about, but we'll keep moving on here. Staging. And this is something, I'm sorry to anyone who's sent me these videos recently where they've sent me, it's like how to say this, it'll be a setup scene in a gym. And it'll be like, I can't believe this person came up to me and asked this. And it's a totally fake scene, and the acting is horrible. But that is all of TikTok and Instagram Reels right now. It's all staged. It's all fake. These fake gym interactions for TikTok and Instagram Reels are everywhere. And people send them to me all the time like, isn't this crazy? This happened in this gym? Look at this dude doing this thing over here. He's acting. It's funny. Just don't pretend like it's real. If you're a coach putting this stuff out there, don't pretend that it's real. You may have seen Coach Delaney and I do a funny video recently of making fun of different types of coaches in a gym. It's pretty clear that we weren't trying to show an actual coach training somebody. It was a skit that we did. But all the time, people are posting these things, and with the captions and the videos and the stupid voiceovers in the robot voice, which I don't understand. Maybe I'm getting old. But all of these things on these TikToks and Instagram Reels are for the purpose of getting likes, shares, comments, interactions, things like that. So they make these fake gym interactions of things that aren't actually happening in gyms. And I think it's actually hurting the desire for some people to go into gyms because they think these types of things are happening. Like, oh, the gyms are crazy. There's these wild interactions with dudes coming up and harassing other people. I promise you, I've been in gyms for a long time. It is not like that at all. I mean, if you're in a very, very strange gym, it might happen once every other month. You'll have a very strange interaction between some people. But this is not the type of thing that happens all the time in gyms. The other thing is fake transformations. These before and after photo shoots that you'll see people do. Same thing as the trainer's pictures, lighting, posing, time of day, type of workout they did before, and Photoshop and editing. There's tons of that going on with transformations. So when you see somebody that lost 100 pounds over the course of 3 months, those could be 2 different people. That's the reason why a lot of the times they don't use their faces in the pictures, because they're doing so much alteration with Photoshop and stuff. It's a lot easier if you don't include the person's face. Some of it's for anonymity and for the person's privacy, and a lot of those transformations are legit, but also a lot of them aren't the typical thing that's going to happen. Most people are not going to lose 100 pounds in 3 months. It's a really big number. Most people are going to lose maybe 12 pounds in 3 months, and that's great. So when you see those huge transformations or those fake interactions for TikTok and IG Reels, just remember a lot of that is staged for the purpose of a commercial. Next, we have workouts. We have trainers who only post weird exercises. Even though I know those trainers are doing the things that you have to do to get strong: squatting, pressing, lunging, deadlifting, pulling in all directions, a variety of core exercises in different planes of motion, those types of things that make you strong. Yet you'll see a trainer who is using this, they're juggling weighted lacrosse balls and saying, this is how I got huge shoulders. No, it's not. That's so ridiculous. And it drives me crazy whenever I see trainers only posting these weird exercises. And that's their gimmick. That's how they get people to keep coming back to them. And it's like, hey, look at these 16 different ways I did hip internal rotation. That's ridiculous. But it is going to get more people to look at your page, right? It's just going to be making things really confusing. So you have trainers only posting weird exercises. Trainers posting like these gimmicky fun workouts. Like, hey, I did, this is called the alphabet workout. I picked 26 different exercises, one exercise for each letter. We're going to go through A through Z. And stuff like that, in group classes, it can be kind of fun. But when that's all you're doing is posting that stuff, it makes people think that that's what working out is. When you know what most of your workouts are going to be when you actually train with a good trainer, you're going to be doing 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps with a weight that's going to be heavy by the end of it. You're going to be doing 5 sets of 5 reps with a heavy weight. You're going to be doing 3 different exercises for 30 seconds max reps with 30 seconds of rest in between. There's time-tested things that we have proven with studies to be, this is how you build strength. This is how you build endurance. This is how you build muscle. Those types of things are what you're actually going to be doing if you want to get fitter, not the workouts for, I don't even know. I can't even make anything up. I'm getting too angry. So gimmicky, fun workouts are exactly that. They're gimmicky and they're fun. You can do them here and there, but it should not be something that's all the time just trying to seek out these types of workouts. Next, we have trainers who only post high-intensity interval training circuits. You will not get strong doing skater hops and jumping jacks and hopping over a bench and doing imaginary jump rope. That's not going to make you strong. And you know what? It's really not even going to make you that fit. It's one part of fitness. It's cardio. And actually, you would get a better workout just running up a hill. But, again, it's gimmicky. You can make a good video out of it. But people post these circuits all the time. When I know, and this is a big thing with CrossFitters, like high-level CrossFitters are posting these HIIT circuits when that's not at all what they do in their workouts. I think the title of this podcast should be just post your workouts. Just post what you do. Like when you all see what I'm putting up under the Straight Shot account or my personal account, I just set up a camera while I'm working out. I don't have time to make up dumb stuff. I show you what I am doing. If you want to be stronger, if you want to train like we as Straight Shot coaches are training and how we train other people, just watch what we're doing. Because that's what we do. We're not putting stuff out there that we're not doing ourselves. On the other end of the spectrum here, some trainers only post heavy lifts. People need to understand you can't go heavy every day, or you see people posting like they're training every single day. You don't need to do that, and you can't do that. It's not sustainable. You have to have times of lifting lighter weights or deloading, or you do one heavy lift that day and the rest of it is lighter work. That's what training actually is. And we're confusing people by putting up only one type of training that is going to get you more likes and views and interactions, when really the type of training that you need to be putting out there is kind of boring. I'm going to be totally honest with you. That's getting fit is not flashy. It's hard work, and it's the basics, and you do it consistently day in, day out for a long enough period of time, and you will get the results that you want. So I guess it's really, do you want results or do you want to train like an Instagram influencer? Is kind of the options that you have there. Moving on, we have supplements. I mentioned this a little bit before in the diet section. You'll have a trainer pushing a certain brand all the time. That's a dead giveaway. If it's just one brand they're pushing all the time, they're probably sponsored or they're getting a cut of it. Or they're posting supplements like branched chain amino acids, BCAAs, that have never been proven to do anything that they claim to be doing, and you don't need if you're getting adequate protein in your diet. And they'll post things like that because, again, they're getting cut of it. So just think about that when you see people posting supplements all the time, especially First Form, because they will reach out to anyone and be like, hey, we'll give you 5% off if you post about us incessantly. And that's how these companies are making their money. They're using everybody else's very, very cheap commercials. But just remember, there's something behind it. So that's why I really don't like coaches, pushing supplements all the time. I understand it is a good revenue source, and a lot of gyms and personal training studios rely on those supplements for a huge portion of their sales, and I get it. And people are going to take supplements anyway, so they might as well be taking something that's safe if a trainer has one that they really trust that's safe. So I don't have a problem with gyms selling supplements to their clients. It's just when you're constantly putting that stuff online, it makes people think, well, the only way to get fit is to take this stuff. So you know what? If they're going to keep posting it all the time, that's fine. I just want to make sure that you understand that you don't need supplements to get fit. There are ones that are going to help you, some that may help make it more convenient for you with your diet, some that may help you hit certain macronutrients that you're having trouble getting. That's fine. There's a place for supplements, but just understand that you don't need them. So what are our solutions here? I know that I am sitting in an office right now and getting overly worked up about what trainers are posting. Because again, I've said this plenty of times before, I hold coaches to such a high standard than I do. I really do not care what you all as the athletes are posting. And I mean that in the nicest kind of way. Like if you want to post about your supplements, you want to post your transformation, you want to post your workouts, that's totally fine. Is when coaches are posting stuff that is making things more confusing for people and they're being fake about it, because like I said in the beginning, it's all fake. That's what upsets me. So the solutions here for you is realize that social media is a commercial. The things that we put out we're doing something to try to grow a business or grow an audience. And there are better and more ethical ways of doing it, and there are worse and less ethical ways of doing it. But social media is a commercial. You need to focus on sticking to a progressive strength and conditioning program where you perform the basics and perform them very well and perform them consistently. Then stick to a way of eating that works for you, that's sustainable and is not overly restrictive. That's how you get fit. Just tune out the noise, get on a good strength and conditioning program, and find a diet that works for you. By the way, if you're looking for a sample, here's my commercial, right? I need to throw it in here now. So we actually have free programs. If you want to see what I'm talking about when I'm saying, good strength and conditioning program and, a program that's backed by, years of research and not anything gimmicky, head over to straightshottraining.com/free program. That's it, just free, just take it. It's 4 weeks of workouts. You can do body weight, dumbbells, or barbells. And Coach Delaney will be checking in with you as you do it just to make sure it's all working for you and if you have any questions. But that's it. Just free program. Take it. Use it. We just want you all to experience what training should be like, or what we feel the training should be like, that is not going to be mixing in all of this confusing stuff for you. It's strength and conditioning that is progressive, meaning that by the end of the 4 weeks, you're going to be doing harder exercises and more work than you were that first week. And we want to get you, understanding what it takes to get fit. And we want to help you, and that's why we're doing that with the free program. So hopefully that was an ethical sell, right? Because I'm not making you buy anything. I'm just giving you something. But that's, if you would like to see what a strength and conditioning program through Straight Shot looks like, straightshottraining.com/free program. So next, back to social media here, after that shameless plug, is on social media, follow coaches and athletes who are providing you with just as much scientifically backed and time-tested info as they are entertainment. because it can be entertaining. You can follow people doing funny stuff, but just make sure that they are being real with you about, hey, here's how you actually get fit, and without throwing in all the gimmicks. And again, if it seems like it's not overly complicated and sometimes a little bit boring, then they're probably telling you the truth. If it seems outrageous and confusing or hard to understand, they're trying to make it confusing and hard to understand so you buy into their product so that you only train with them. That's what they're trying to do with that. So in the same vein here, unfollow people who value hype and dogma over reality and moderation. Or if somebody upsets you when they post something, just unfollow them. I think this rant of mine here today comes on the back of me doing a mass unfollow of a lot of coaches who I just recently, because of trying to keep up with the algorithm, have been posting some insane stuff that is hurting the industry. So I unfollowed a bunch of people, and you can do the same thing. Now, coaches, we'll finish up with you. Coaches, you all need to realize that building an audience and building a business are two very different things. Don't worry so much about what gets likes and comments and views and shares. Worry more about what you need to do to make yourself a better coach, what you need to do to bring in clients so you can help them, and worry about how are you going to provide the type of service that's going to change lives for the better. And how is all of that going to help you keep clients for longer? This is how you actually create change and have a successful career as a trainer. So young trainers, listening to this, I want you to succeed. I just want you to understand that the way that it's being done right now on social media is not how you succeed as a trainer, and is not how you help people. It's how you build an audience. Building an audience, building a business are two different things. So thank you all so much for listening today. Thank you for listening to me get through something that's been on my mind a lot recently, and hopefully it can help you have some clarity in what you're seeing online. If you would like to connect with me, you can send me an email, Jonny, JONNY, @straightshottraining.com. If you have any thoughts, you want to send me an account that you've been following that you're not sure if it's true or not, I would love to help you sort that out. You can also just shoot me a message on Instagram @StraightShotTraining is our handle over there, or find us on Facebook, Straight Shot Training on Facebook. Again, if you want a free program, no questions asked, straightshottraining.com/free program. Also, we have a new thing going on right now where we have these things called semi-private personal training sessions. It's small group personal training in groups of 2 to 4 people. And we have it available now for you to try your first session for free, just because we want you to experience what it's like to train with Straight Shot Training. So if you are interested, head over to our website. There's going to be buttons all over the place to say request a coach. Just go ahead and fill out one of those contact forms and say, I want to try a free session. I'll get in contact with you. We'll find out what day and time works the best for you. We have classes that are filling up fast, so we don't have to be in one of the classes that we still have an opening in. And we would love to have you come out and try one of these sessions and just meet us as coaches. And these sessions are a blast. I just had one an hour ago, and it was awesome. Very different fitness levels in the groups. We have the workouts that are designed to be taken up or down in difficulties so that we can accommodate all fitness levels in each one of these sessions. We may have 4 people doing 4 different things during that workout, but they're doing similar things so the coaches are able to kind of pull everybody together. We say it's a mixture of expert coaching, workouts, and community in these semi-private sessions. It's been my favorite thing that we've been doing recently, and we as coaches enjoy it so much that we want more people to enjoy it with us. So straightshottraining.com, and shoot us a message over there and say, I want to try a free session, and we'll get you going with it. Thank you again so much for listening today, and have a great week, everybody.